Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel. This is your first time. Welcome. My name is Rosemary and I'm the Black Scribbler. So today we are going to be talking all things comparison. We're going to be talking about how to actually stop comparing yourself to others or reduce the amount in which you compare yourself to others. So let's just get right into it. Now, I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't compare myself to other people, because let's face it, everyone, at least once in a while, you compare yourself to others, especially when you go on Instagram. Yeah, I know. And you see people living the life and you are just at home. You feel like my life is trash, or I wish I could be this person, or I wish I was born into this family, or I wish the wish list is endless. But the truth of the matter is, you should not compare yourself to others, because comparing yourself to anyone else is a waste of who you are. And besides the obvious fact of, oh, everyone says do not compare yourself to others, what exactly are the reasons you should actually stop comparing yourself? And I have some here. It prevents you from growing. Comparing yourself to other people literally stunts your growth, because you are so focused on someone else's life that you forget about yourself. You do not pay attention to your process, and so prevents you from growing. It's very misleading. Now, this one is when you see someone who is a dancer and person has built their empire through dancing, and you feel, oh, maybe dancing is the way to go. And in reality, you cannot dance to save your life. It will now make you decide to start dancing when clearly you cannot dance. And then you are frustrated and you try something that is not for you. So it misleads you. Comparison allows you follow blindly. Now, this is a little intricate in the sense that when you compare yourself to a mentor or a role model, you tend to want to follow their steps like to the T. And when you do that to yourself, you forget to tailor their life experiences or the lessons they share with you to your life in particular. So you want to follow every step they followed, even when some steps are not for you, or some steps that they did not go through, you have to go through it, and then it becomes confusing for you. So following people blindly is also a sign of comparison. Yeah, the most important part of comparison is the fact that it breeds jealousy. When you start comparing yourself to people so much, you tend to get jealous of them, and jealousy is not a trait anyone needs to have in life. You need to get rid of jealousy, and by the time you start getting jealous of people, you start hating them for no apparent reason. You have nothing good to say about them because you feel they have the life you want to live. So the next question is, how exactly do I stop comparing myself to others? And I have 8 tips for you guys. Number 1 is accept who you are. Listen, I have a whole video on self-acceptance. I'll leave that link somewhere on the screen. But you need to accept yourself for who you are. If you do not acknowledge who you are, then you do not even want to work on yourself. You are flawed. It's all right. You have strengths and weaknesses. It's normal. But when you decide not to accept yourself, how do you expect anyone else to accept you for who you are if you have not accepted yourself? How do you expect to work on yourself when you do not accept yourself? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? I know you understand me. Next tip I have for you guys is do a social media detox. I cannot begin to emphasize how important this is. I have had panic attacks after going through Instagram because I felt everyone was living the life. Everyone had gone way past me. And I'm just here being a boring, whatever it is that was going through my mind type of person. And the truth is, 90%, if not more, of what people present on social media is not exactly the reality of what's going on in their lives. Everyone has their high moments and low moments, but social media intensifies what we see and shows you just the beautiful and awesome times people have, and you start feeling bad about yourself. So do social media detox. Either you limit your time on social media platforms, or you completely cut it out for a week, 2 weeks, depending on how important social media is for you, because I know some people actually earn from social media. So you need to make it work for you. Focus on your strengths. Comparison works in such a way that you think solely about your weaknesses. People who their strengths are your weaknesses are the people you tend to compare yourself to. So you say, oh, I'm terrible at speaking to people. I wish I could be like John, who speaks to anyone he wants to. It's your weakness, it's all right, but you need to realize you have something else that John probably doesn't have. You know how to write, and John might not be a good pen man like you are. So focus on your strengths. Say, yeah, I can't talk to people as much, but I'm good at writing. Pay attention to the things you are good at instead of the things you are not good at. Count your blessings. Listen, your life is awesome. You do not even understand how beautiful your life is? Your life is not terrible. Are you trying to tell me that there is nothing beautiful about your life? There is nothing others want about your life or from your life? Your life can't be such a drag that there is no wonderful thing in your life whatsoever. It's impossible. So count your blessings. Focus on the things that make you happy. Focus on the things that actually are important to you instead of trying to, peek into other people's lives and count their blessings for them. Count your own blessings. Focus on your journey. See, your journey is your journey. Your process is your process. What other people are doing does not affect yours. Do not be so concerned about other people's process or progress that you neglect your own. Focus on yours. Be particular about where you are going. Do not say, oh, look at John has gotten to Abeokuta. I don't know why I keep saying John, but oh well. John has gotten to London, and London is not even on the course of your route at all. Focus on where you are going to. Focus on things that concern you directly. Do not be so consumed by other people's progress and their journey. Be okay with your imperfections. Imperfections are the beauty of life. Anyone that tells you, oh, you have to be perfect, that person is lying to you. Imperfections are key. Imagine a world where everyone is perfect and you do everything perfectly and everything is just perfect. That would be such a boring world. Like, how do you distinguish one person from the other if everything is so perfect and so wonderful and so bubbly? Like, then how do you learn? Imperfections make you as a person. Do not try to get rid of your imperfections. Yes, you want to improve. Yes, you want to be better. But your imperfections are a contribution to who you are. Do not downplay them. Do not try to hate them or whatever it is you're trying to do to your imperfections. Just build on them. Use them to your advantage. Turn your comparison to inspiration, or use your comparison as a form of inspiration. Instead of feeling, oh, this person had an A and I have a B, I wish I can have an A. Why don't you just decide, you know what, this person had an A, and I am going to try my best to be like this person who has had an A. The person does not have two heads. What did the person do? How did the person get the A? What can I do to get an A too, so I can also have an A? Do not compare and just wish and then that's the end of the story. You want to be like the person and you're not doing anything to actually implement any changes in your life. So do not let comparison be a thing of wishing for you. Let it provoke actions from you so you can actually be better. My 8th tip for you would be to be your own comparison matrix. The person you need to compete with in life is yourself. The person who you were yesterday, you need to beat that person today. You need to raise the bar higher and higher for yourself. If yesterday all you could do was 6 push-ups, today try to do 10. If you could do 20 push-ups, then try to do 25. Raise the bar for yourself. Let yourself be your comparison metrics, as I said initially. So yeah, comparison actually never pays. Comparison leaves you feeling less than you actually are. Comparison tears you down. Comparison messes with your head. Be happy for people's progresses. Learn what you can from other people, but do not compare yourself in a manner that deteriorates your person. Compare yourself to uplift yourself. Compare yourself to learn lessons from people. Compare yourself to ask questions. That does not make sense, but you get what I mean. Do not sit sit there wishing you were someone else, because trust me, you are amazing, you are awesome, you have so much value to share with the world, even though you do not know how to go about it. But that does not mean you do not have the value. That does not mean you are not important enough. Someone being ahead of you does not mean you are not equally as good, so never mistake that. That being said, I do hope you have an amazing week, you have an awesome time, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because next week, which is on Monday, I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome, and you definitely want to be tuned in for that. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so you are notified when I post new content. And yeah, see you guys. Bye.